Welcome to November, guys. Holy shit, we made it. That's what I keep thinking. Like, god damn, we got here. It's gonna be fine, right? It's going to be fine. That's kind of what I keep telling myself. It's gonna be fine. Let's just take a deep breath, guys. This month has been, it's only like day 3 and it's already been like so spicy, so just, we're here, we're doing this. We have to start saving up and filling up our cups in such a different way. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like, I just feel like the world in general is like, we're just gonna stay inside and like watch Netflix and hide until today is over. And that's why I thought it was really important to do the Tarotcast today, to hold space for you guys today, because y'all deserve that. And one of the things that I've been like coming across, especially in my grief group that I'm a part of, is like, what is triggering to you, and like, how do you hold that? How do you handle that? Like, and most of the time whenever I'm feeling triggered by my grief, I'm alone. There is no one to hold me. There is no one to just, it's okay, you're fine. Like, I'm just there having these meltdowns, and all of that is completely normal. And I wanted to say, like, if you're just there struggling in your mental health, like, it's okay for you to have your own back, because you're strong enough to do that. Your spiritual team is there for you whenever you think like, I can't get out of bed today, but yet you get out of bed. Like, that's who is pushing you out of that bed in such a gentle way, in a loving way. And also, like, this year has just been really sticky, and we're getting ready to end it, and I want to end it on an empowering note. And November is all about empowerment. And it's going to be a great idea this month, if you haven't gotten a Conjure Crate from us, or if you're new for us, if you're a new member, this is the month. I think that's a really good month to really utilize your tools, because whatever happens after this month, I'm going to need all the tools to get through, like, socially, emotionally, mentally. Like, I use these tools just as much as you guys do. But like, I just think like today, like this month, we just, yeah. Because I feel like whatever happens today, that's going to be the catalyst for the vibe of the rest of the month. And that shit is going to be extra. And I'm for real, it's going to be extra. Which is okay, which is fine, and I'm there for it, and I'm happy about it, but like, also at the same time, I'm not really happy about it. But that's why we designed the Conjure Crate with this in mind, because we are thinking ahead of how our spiritual people are dealing with the infrastructure of what is happening in society, of the emotional and spiritual well-being of our people, and especially our Conjure Crate people. Because it's hard. It's really hard. And that's why I implore you guys to get a Conjure Crate, to use your bath teas, to use those incense whenever you need a moment to meditate, because this is the month. If you've never meditated before, this is the month to start doing it, okay? And hopefully we can get more of that out there, and you guys can just feel more empowered. And that's why I love the crates and the candles and everything that intentionally goes with it, to really help you guys, because this is the year. If you weren't spiritual before, this is the year you need to start getting spiritual, because like, it's intense in a bad and good way at the same time, because for me, that kind of intensity lights a fire up under me. But for other people, there's no person out there, no one has not felt the ramifications of this year. And if I didn't have this, if I didn't have TCC, if I didn't have these spiritual tools and these cards and these crystals and these ways of coping, I would let me just say, like, mentally and emotionally, still not okay. However, if I didn't have this, if I didn't have this community, if I didn't have these people, if I didn't have these healings, the journal, like, I don't know how I would be functioning. I don't know how I would be. I don't know what I would be doing. Like, it probably wouldn't be good, that's for sure. And I'm guessing that is the same of a lot of people. So as you're moving forward throughout your month, I really, really strongly suggest that if you've purchased crates in the past and you haven't used them, one, what the fuck are you waiting for? You need to get up off your ass and you need to go get those crates. Even the seance one, everything can be used for your spiritual practice. It's not all love and light. It's the full cycle of life that is spiritual. That does include your dead people. It's not all love and light. It's the full cycle of life that is a part of your spirituality, because guess what? That's a part of our shadow and light side. It all plays into effect, right? And also, just do it. Like, what have you got to lose? We're not sending you anything bad. It's all good stuff. It's all amazing stuff. So I implore all of you to use your past Conjure Crates, and if you haven't gotten a November Conjure Crate, you need to go do so, because I made the candles, I made the bath teas, and they smell so yummy, and I'm excited for you all to be able to use them. And we're going to do a deep November candle profile talk. I've been wanting to do those for months, and this is like the first month I've really had the time to do one, so we're gonna do one. All right, let's get into these tarot casts. Whenever I do the tarot cast, I pull cards for every single zodiac sign. Okay, I can't do individual signs anymore because it's way too much, people. Way too much. And I was finding that there was an overall arching theme anyway, and I don't like repeating myself. Just saying. I do not like repeating myself. And this month, we're also going to be doing something a little bit different that Nancy doesn't know I'm going to suggest to her, but I'm going to suggest it. If you like this group reading and it really touches your soul, my PayPal link is going to be below this video, and you can give us a little tip. There, I said it. If not, you don't have to. No pressure. I don't really care. I've just been asked in the past if I will offer this to the public, and I figured that this was a good first step to do so. So I looked up tonight's moon phase, and we are in the waning gibbous moon. And so that is asking, our gibbous moons are asking us to tweak, hone, and adjust any plans that we might have going on. I would say now is the time to get your loose ends together. Like for myself, I'm like, fuck, I need to finish my readings. I need to get my shit together with this tarot cast. I need to do December's journal, and I need to finish my book. I'm publishing a book. Just like Nancy is coming out with a deck that I cannot wait to play with. I'm so fucking excited for her brand new deck. I'm publishing a book. My goal is the end of the year. It's almost done content-wise. And then I have to get all the designing and send it off for printing. Those are my goals. So this moon phase, this waning gibbous phase, is seriously encouraging me to, yes, get all the things done, because I can't manifest anything else until I've signed all of my contracts, is what they're telling me to do. Signing all of my contracts. And that means if you're asking for success, you got to finish what you started before you asked for something. And you have to tweak it. You have to hone it, because we should constantly be getting better at our craft, especially if we're doing it in a professional manner. Ew. Don't like that, because my craft My professional manner that I might need to work on is like time management. Somebody else's might be like prioritization. Or like, I can't do this because I have to like do the laundry and I have to do the dishes. Like, my goal is whenever I'm trying to be spiritual, everything that I do is spiritual. I meditate with my eyes open. Sometimes it's a little tricky, but I do. I meditate with my eyes open. So while I'm making the bed, I'm meditating. I'm visually going there. I'm exercising those clairs. When I am going on a walk, I'm listening to my spirit guides. I'm listening to my tree people that are out there. I'm listening to the fairies. And that's part of your bath teas for the November Conjure Crate, is we're talking about elemental fairies and magic, and that just very beautiful part of working with what is around you naturally all the time. So as we're going out of this waning gibbous phase, let's look into our tarot cards to see what the tarot has to say for the energies of our zodiac signs. And then I pulled Moonology cards, which I think are going to be amazing. I did a little snippet of part of this tarot cast on our Instagram for the Crow Conjuring, because I wanted that message to come out. That message was a big push that needed to come out, and we might get different messages with these same cards. Who knows? I'm just doing what they're telling me to do, and this is what they're telling me. Okay. All right. So the first card we got was, we were working with the Crow Tarot also, the Four of Swords. Oh. Rest, bitch. Rest. This card is asking you to take a pause. And really, this is great energy to work with the moon cycle that we're in tonight, because if the waning gibbous moon is asking you to hone and adjust your plans. My light just went out mysteriously in my closet because, that's what happens. It's okay. If that moon is asking you to hone and adjust your plans, then maybe we need to rest and really think about our prioritization process. And you're with these swords, we're looking for mental clarity. We're asking questions of ourselves, about ourselves, and we're also asking about, like, where do we go pathwise? Like, what's the best solution for us? And how do we get better? If you're not asking yourselves, how do I get better at the beginning of each month, then I don't know if you're honestly growing or not. And that's what this month is about. It's about empowerment and where you need to find power within yourself. Whoops. So your next card is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords. Again, this is our air card and our mental clarity. We can't keep blind eyes to what is happening around us. The spirits must like it because, they don't like it. We can't keep going blind-eyed into the world. We can't. We're not going to. We shouldn't. Okay? Why? Because we're letting people take advantage of us, and we're taking advantage of ourselves through our laziness and our inability to prioritize our time. Calling my own self out there, because in my grief group, this girl who does expressive art said that she was like, I love doing these pictures, and I get to a point to where I become unmotivated, and then at the last minute, I rush and I finish it, and I'm very stressed out the entire time. Well, if you're stressed doing something the entire time towards the end of finishing it, are you really enjoying it? Are you really honing what you're supposed to be doing? Sounds like we need to work with our waning gibbous moon and adjust our plan so we can still finish on time, but also not be stressed. We can't keep turning a blind eye to our own fucking triggers, even if we are triggering ourselves. I designed a Bitch Be Gone candle last winter. 1, to get negative, toxic people gone, and 2, to Help us get over ourselves if we have to get us gone from ourselves, get us out of our own fucking ways. And now we cannot be blind anymore to the fact that we are in our own way. And this is causing hurt and toxicity and pain to us. How do we do this? How do we get out of our own way? How do we move forward in an empowering way, in a way that's going to help shape us and move us and, help us love on our own selves? Because that's what we should be doing every day, even though it's fucking hard. The Chariot. We stop holding on to other people's excess baggage. Ooh. We stop holding on to other people's excess baggage. Why is this an important action step? It's an important action step because we have to differentiate what is ours and what is somebody else's during our healing. We can't just be holding on to the grief of our mother through our grandmother's eyes. We have to heal our own personal losses and our own personal pain and our own personal mental health, not what somebody else never dealt with. And we held so much space for them, we took it on ourselves. We can't be doing that shit. We ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that anymore. So that's what that means. That's a good first action step. And if you're saying, well, Lexi, what else do I fucking do? What's next? That's up to you. I am the landing strip right now of where we need to begin. Where the rest of your journey takes you is you. Because this is me. I'm actually giving you me. And where you take that for you and your spiritual team and your guides and your practice, that's on you, boo-boo. But whatever you do, it's what's supposed to happen. It's what's supposed to, those are your action steps to empower you to be better. So let's look at our Moonology cards. So the first one is, don't let your past hold you back. South Node. Let's not let our past hold us back, okay? Okay. Because that can be triggering, and that's going to keep you blind in a pattern of self-repeating sabotage. And we're trying to, empower you and get your ass out of rest mode here. Because if you're resting all the time, then you're not completing any projects and you're not moving forward in your life, and you're not getting a bigger house, saving for a new apartment, whatever your goal is for 2021. We need to empower you so you can get up and move your ass. All right. So the next one is, the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. I love that we have this beautiful, beautiful blue moon here, because Halloween we had a blue moon, and it was just a great spiritual Samhain, however you say it, was an amazing time for spiritual reprieve. And what do I mean by that? Whenever you have a full moon in Gemini, you really need to see both your shadow and your light side and where that needs to come into alignment. But this full moon that we just experienced just exploded a whole bunch of I swear it opened up portals and shit for my house. Or maybe I'm noticing them more because I'm doing my own work and I'm unfolding more in a natural way. So if you're on this path of empowerment, you're like, well, what the fuck can I do to empower myself now? And you're all spicy and kind of bitter about it. This takes time. This takes finesse. This takes practice. If you're not practicing every day, it's kind of like you've taken 4 steps backwards. Because I got dead people behind me fucking turning my light on and off. But I'm not stopping this reading to go investigate. Because I have other things to do. I don't have time to live in fear of that. I don't. What I'm here to do is being of service right now to my crow conjuring people, and that's what I'm going to do. So the answers you need are coming. So trust and believe that it's going to take some time. But what you need is like right around the corner. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. I just feel like with the atmosphere and everything that's happening these days, people want to feel safe. People want to feel protected. People also want to help others. But whenever I say, yes, help others, put your own oxygen mask on first. We can't feed our own plant life, our own spiritual needs for other people all the time if we're not taking care of our spiritual needs, because, well, one, the quality of what you're giving is not going to be good, and two, you're just going to get called the fuck out all the time by your cards while you're reading for other people. You're like, oh, let me avoid that. Water break. You don't want to live that life. You do not. So just know that your spiritual team has your back. Set up your altars. Set up your altars to your spirit guides. Love on them. Ask them questions. Ask them to give you signs. Journal. Meditate. Go outside before the snow hits. If it's snowy where you live in, you're like, bitch, I can't go outside. Hug a plant. Get some grounding. Invite some different spiritual practices to start, because you need it. You need that for you, for your own good. What was old must become new. The only way it becomes new is if you try different shit. Okay? You and your people are gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Everybody's eating out of the same shit sandwich. Okay? And to be able to empower you, which is what this month is about, is finding your own power. We got to dig out of a place of pure shadow work to get to that light. Okay, which brings me to our last card. And this reading is going to be ending on kind of a nice note, and I'm excited. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Full moon in Libra. I like that because I'm a Libra. So it's good news for me. I don't know about all y'all. No, I'm just kidding. I think everybody in the whole world is hoping next year is better. But the only way it's going to get better for you on a personal note, because only you can control what's in your house, what happens in your spiritual home, in your physical home, in your spiritual body, in your physical body, is if you own your mistakes, one, and two, if you reach in for your own power, if you work on your fear and you just trust and know that your spiritual team has you. If you have questions, if you need more, if you want to know more, me and Nancy got you. We have a podcast that's full of uplifting, amazing information. That has you. We provide you questions and journals every month to get you through it. We have archives. That's nearly 2 years worth of content that can have you, that can be your spiritual salvation. However, you have to make the time for that. You have to get out of your own way, and you have to stop being blind. We have to take our blindfolds off collectively, and we might not like what we see, but we can always make it better, friends. I promise. This is your reading for the month of November for empowerment for the Crow Conjuring Tarotcasts. I really hope you enjoyed them. And like I said, I am going to be leaving my PayPal link below this video. So if this touched you and you want to send a little love donation, you can. If you don't have to. You'll have a wonderful November. If you have questions, comments about this reading, I am completely around. Bye, guys.